Before this video starts, I want to make a quick announcement, and yes, I am wearing my sunglasses indoors, not to be a douche, but because of my allergies. But anyway, I will be attending the fan meet in Pittsburgh this weekend. That is Saturday, July 16th at the Waterfront. All the information, the time and address and all that good stuff will be in the description below. Definitely going to be a great time. Evan Shanks will be there, TJ Hunt, Dr. M3, and a few others as well. I have some decals to give away. Cool stuff going to be happening. Don't miss it. Again, all the information will be in the description below. Thank you. You too. So we got a lot to talk about today, so let's jump right into it, and we're gonna start with Nick's car. You guys will all remember this video. So you guys saw that video there, and Nick was really upset by that, by the fact that I beat him, and he might try to play it off like he wasn't really mad, but he was definitely really mad. So he had to go take his car and get more power, so he went and got a hot cam, different pulleys, a new tune, and then we did a rematch, which I will show a little teaser of right here. Do you really think that I would show you the whole video? Fuck no, you gotta wait for that. The full video will be coming out soon. First up is the vehicle versions video, and I'm glad that everyone understands that that video was a joke. You know, the 5 things I hate about the Z06 video. Parker and I are on good terms, and I actually agree with pretty much everything that he said about the Z06 in that video. I think it was pretty accurate, but we are on good terms. You know, there's no beef or anything like that. I just wanted to make a funny video about it, and I'm glad that everyone enjoyed. And in fact, a fun little story I want to share about vehicle versions real quick. Way back in the day when I had probably 2,000, maybe 3,000 subs at the most, and vehicle versions at the time had like 150K, he sent me a message and said, hey, you know, this channel's doing great, keep up the good work and you'll go far. And I never forgot that, because it was awesome to see that outreach and support from a huge channel at the time. At least in my mind, it's still huge. I know in the YouTube world, 300,000 subs isn't a lot, but that seems like a lot to me. And it was really cool to see that support. So Parker, you know, I never forgot that, and I appreciate the kind gesture. And also, Parker will be down here for Supercars on State Street, which is obviously in my neck of the woods, and we plan on meeting up and having some fun. Let's talk about Third Gear. And for anybody who doesn't know, Third Gear is the little show that I'm making, kind of a low budget version of Top Gear that I'm making, very low budget admittedly, and pretty mediocre, but a version of Top Gear that I'm making with Troy and Nick, and kind of similar to what Salmondra is doing with his show Banging Gears. And that's what we want to do. You know, we want to bring a much bigger show to the channel that you might not be able to see otherwise. Normally my videos are like 10 minutes. These we'd like to make 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe even longer, depending of course on the content. And it was really incredible to see the support for episode number 1, the hide and seek challenge. I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate that support. I was nervous about making that video and releasing it. It was a totally new thing for us, and you know, the response was overwhelmingly positive, which was really cool to see that. Now, there were some criticisms, and that's great, because we wanted real criticism, not just, oh, you're a faggot or whatever, which, you know, is always fun too. But the people saying, like, you know, you should add subtitles for the walkie-talkie bits and maybe make it seem less scripted. Totally agree with that. Couldn't agree more. We will definitely make sure the audio is better for the walkie-talkies, as well as adding in some subtitles. And what people were saying, you know, about it being scripted, to be honest, it wasn't scripted, but I get what people were saying, because, you know, when I get in the car and I make these vlogs, it's very natural, because I'm just saying whatever comes to mind. You know, I don't have to make things up or even think about it. I just say, like, it's just there. It's just information that's out there that I say. Now, for that show, we were really trying to think about what we wanted to say beforehand. You know, we wanted it to sound a certain way and whatnot, so that's why it sounded probably very scripted to a lot of people, but we will do a better job on that next time, you know. And we plan to hire a film crew, which is another thing that I want to say. You know, we plan on making this really professional in the future. You know, we want to take it to the next level. So when we hire a film crew and everything, we will be much more natural, because we can just do whatever it is that we want to do and not have to worry about filming and doing multiple takes and whatnot. So it will feel much more natural after we get that sorted out, and once the organization gets a little bit worked out as well. You know, that was our first episode, so give us some time to improve it, make things different. It will get much better, I promise you that. Now, to touch on episode number 2 real quick, tons of people have been asking about when is episode 2 coming out, which is, again, really cool to see. People are excited about it. Unfortunately, we kind of dropped the ball, I'll admit. You know, it was a mistake that we didn't do it sooner, because now here at the end of July, the middle and the end of July, the scheduling is insane. I'm going to Pittsburgh this weekend, which I'll talk about. Obviously, there's a bunch of shows later on this month, and there's just so much going on with all 3 of us that we're not going to be able to get out an episode by the end of July, unfortunately. Now, we do hope to have it out by the first, like, 2 weeks or so of August, so we are working on it. We're planning it out right now, but unfortunately, it won't be out until early August. Now, I know that asking people to wait an entire month between episodes is a lot to ask, but I promise we will do a better job in the future. I always try to do like too much in one take, and then after a few minutes I start to trip over my words and everything. I gotta remember to edit just a little bit more. For another blast from the not so distant past, let's talk about the off-roading video that I uploaded. And a lot of people were saying that's not even off-roading, and I get that. It's not the craziest shit in the world, but the Duramax is not only my daily driver, so I can't afford to break it, but it's also like not a Jeep, and I don't know what people want me to do the craziest shit. If you want me to go take it mudding or whatever, I will do that. So if that's what you want to see, you just want to see it covered in dirt or something, then fine, fuck it, I'll go and do that. But it's not like I'm going to be like flying off of jumps and doing all this crazy shit. So I'm glad that people seem to enjoy the video, but you know, if you want to see some more off-roading, I will definitely make more videos. But at the same time, you can't expect that like I'm going to be doing the most outlandish shit in this 6,000-pound truck. It's just not going to happen the way I think people are envisioning it. But seriously, you know, it is good to be home in some ways, but in other ways, I had such a great time on vacation. Of course, you know, vacations are always fun, but I really think that I would like to move down there at some point, or at least some point in the South.
Hello, this is Mike. This is Sam calling from Click Lewis. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. I am following up on your recent service visit with the Corvette. If you wouldn't mind rating our service department on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest, meaning completely satisfied, how would you rate us?
I would rate you a 5.
Okay. All right, thank you for your time.
Have a good day. That's cool though, that a dealership, you know, calls to make sure that you're happy with the service and everything. I do appreciate the effort there. Click Lewis of Palmyra. Now, what the hell was I talking about? Oh, down at the beach. Yeah, the truck culture down there is incredible, and I'm gonna miss it for sure. You know, it's crazy to think that down there you can basically do whatever the fuck you want. Like, it doesn't matter how far your tires stick out or anything. You can do anything. Like, it's just anything goes. It's like a different country. And, you know, you can ride around in the bed of the truck and have passengers back there. Up here, you would get arrested so fast for doing that kind of shit. And it's just, you know, I kind of want that lifestyle of just a little bit more freedom and not having to worry about it. You know, you honestly feel like you're going someplace totally different when you go down south a little bit, and you know, I'm definitely gonna miss the beach. Last thing to mention is that I will be up in Pittsburgh this weekend for the fan meet with TJ Hunt, Evan Shanks, Dr. M3. That is Saturday, July 16th, and I will probably put a little message at the beginning of this video. That seems to be what all the cool kids are doing, so I might as well do it as well. But anyway, it should be a really good time. Dr. M3 reached out and said, hey, would you like to come up and be a part of our fan meet this time? And absolutely, I went last year, just went, you know, as a fan, not as a YouTuber, and I think at that point I had like 2,000 subs. So next year, fast forward 1 year, we've come a long way. But anyway, it should be really fun. Definitely come out, definitely be there. Don't miss this one. I'm also giving out some logos that I have finally made up for the channel, some cool decals and everything. So it's gonna be a really great time. Definitely do not miss that. And I forgot to say that I will put the address and the time and everything in the description. Alrighty then, folks. So that is gonna do it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope to see many of you out this weekend in Pittsburgh. So take care, have a great day. I felt good.